Okay.
Yeah. So boys, I mean, and girls, you guys know the master plan happened, this and that, and I don't want to overstep on Flippy's toes. So this is more of like me just hitting out my boys, but your guys' opinions is more than welcome too. I know lots of you guys were left out of the loop with the whole thing that me and Flippy had planned, but I guess I just want to hear your guys' opinions. If anyone feels a certain way or anything, So let me hear you guys out.
What do you mean?
About yesterday. About me and Flippy's,
It's a devious, mate. You know what I mean?
The devious lip.
It was a devious. Yeah, no one expected it. I mean, yeah, we just went easy anyway, But yeah, we didn't want to go full strength, obviously. But we're glad we didn't,
I mean, like, I kind of have a thing, but I kind of want to like wait for Flippy.
Yeah.
I want to say it. I want to say it to Flippy. I mean,
yeah, like this is more of a Flippy waiting thing, yeah.
Fuck you want to say to Flippy?
No, it's nothing. No, it's like it's nothing back here. It's like, listen, right? I'd die for Flippy. I'd die for everyone, right?
This is being left after the loop, right?
No, I'm not even being left at the loop. It's like, how do I say this, right? Like, someone could have died. So it's just like it kind of twisted my head a little bit. Like I said, bro. Listen, I'd do anything for Flippy. If he told me to jump off a bridge, I'd do it, right?
Yeah.
But it kind of like.
Wait, really?
I would, bro. I'm not even joking. Like, here, listen, I'll do the same for everyone.
I think that he would, bro. Look at him.
I might put that idea into Flippy's head then.
Okay.
And you'll die for Flippy?
I'd die for everyone, but it's just like it's like twisting my head to a point.
Wasn't like guys on her, yeah.
It kind of like
should have waited for Lou.
It kind of. How do I say it? Okay, a commander leads an army, and to a commander, an army is a bunch of numbers, but to a leader, his people are the people he raises and are the future and the people he cares for. And I feel like after like knowing that like he knew and knowing that we could have died, it kind of like twisted my mind to like like made me feel like Flippy is like a commander in my mind. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like I said, it don't change the fact that I'd still die for him. It don't change the fact that it's just that's the kind of image it put in my head, and I don't want Flippy to be that. I want you know what I mean?
I'm not gonna speak, for Flippy or I know what me and Flippy did, and I guess keeping you guys out of the loop, can be seen a certain way, but I think the biggest thing with this, it isn't a distrust within any of you guys. It was more of the more loose lips that are around, the plan would never work, because the thing is, how many times has it been where you guys mention a Met Lab on radio or talk about something in a car or even certain things we mention in a car and we're like, oh shit, we didn't notice this guy was in the car and this and that. So I think the thing with this is, at least from my perspective, I would have loved to tell everyone, but the thing is, more loose lips would have just inevitably led to nothing. It wouldn't have happened. And it isn't a trust thing. It's just the more moving parts to this plan would have just potentially ruined it. But I do understand. Sorry, what's that?
No, keep going.
I can't. I lost my train of thought. It's all good. What are you gonna say, Dino?
I was just saying, like, it's just for the MDM boys. I'm not sure about the Hydra.
Yeah, the Hydra one. So sorry, Dino. Like this
Hydra.
would be like a different conversation with Flippy and stuff. I don't want to be stepping on Flippy's toes. It's just I think hearing your guys' opinion from the other side would be nice for me and my gang.
Yeah. So the only reason is just like, I want to make like the MDM boys, like, if
is he doing that on
if you have
purpose?
any thought process on it, let's make sure you speak your mind now, because yeah, we didn't know, blase, blase, blase. But I think Matt knew just a tiny. Well, Matt knew something was up, and that was it, right, Matt?
So the extent of me knowing, I knew that something was going on. I knew Patar was was aware we were losing the lab, and there was like a bigger thing, but I didn't know anything properly.
Okay. Yeah, this same thing with Saint. What Denzel? You didn't know, did you?
No idea.
Oh,
No, it's just Matt.
Jay.
No, I didn't have a clue, mate.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Anyone have anything to say? Any concerns? Anything?
I mean, not really. The thing is, from what happened, I mean, for my part, like as a Hydra member,
Mm-hmm.
the thing is, I understand why you guys done what you guys done and why.
Yeah.
Because you never know who's listening on your radio. You never know if like you're gonna say something without wanting to say something.
Yeah.
And someone is around, or like a car is passing by you, and then he hears something that they're not supposed to hear, and that
Yeah.
you will never know, and you don't know who they're gonna repeat that to.
Yeah.
And without all these like you guys keeping it to yourself,
Mm-hmm.
Can you man hear the fan in the
wouldn't
background
have
chat?
happened. Like,
Yeah.
first of all, what we've done with the lab wouldn't have happened. The relationship that we have right now wouldn't have happened.
No?
It's
Okay,
like,
good.
yes, it was something done kind of behind our back, but it was for the greater good of everyone.
Yeah. And the thing is, especially for my boys, who were a part of that event for the Met Lab, like we were shot, we were ocean dumped, you know, like it was a game of chess, you know. It wasn't a game of checkers, you know. But I
think
do.
personally,
that, sorry?
as well, like a lot of stuff could have happened,
Mm-hmm.
but nobody died.
Yeah.
You know,
And
Did you know that?
I understand. I do get that.
That's
like,
true,
that
Mandem,
is a
Alan.
concern. I think that, but that's more of a, I suppose, a concern about, you know, I suppose a question. You know, if people have got anything against it, it'll probably be a question to you, Patar, is why you did that. But at the end of the day, I suppose it did all work out perfectly. You know, so there wasn't really any.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't go wrong. So,
Yeah, I think if it went wrong, it'd be a lot of different.
It would have been
questions.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
and
would have
I-
been
a lot of
way
questions
different.
being asked, but
Yeah. And my like Alan's concern of like one of us dying is valid, you know.
yeah, it's very valid. I
And
get
it
where
is
that's
valid.
coming
And
from.
I was even to Dean. I was talking to him about, you know, if that. Wait, did I tell you that, Dean, or no? I don't think. I guess maybe to my mental self, I was thinking, if one of you guys did die, then how would have me and Flippy kind of dealt with that? Because no Met Lab, no nothing, is worth any of your guys' life, you know. So that concern of you guys being like, "Ooh," is valid, but also it was just something that we chose, we decided to do for the greater good, you know. So I do understand both points, but I'm glad nothing went south, but I'm also open to hearing anything you guys, you know, that might be like eating you inside, or something you guys want to say, or any questions and concerns, because communication works both ways, you know. And if it's not brought up, I'll never know, you know.
I mean, I could tell you how what I would like say to Flippy if he was like you bringing this to
Mm.
us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if it really did go south, like it's all something you would learn from, right? And I feel like even the fact that it didn't go south, I feel like you're still learning, bro. Like, is it really worth it? You know, like, is it really worth it to leave that opportunity like open for things to go south? I don't know. I don't think it is. I wasn't available for the war, but shit, I'm kind of glad. Fuck it.
Mm.
Knowing that it wasn't really for a serious cause. I mean, good cause, I guess. It worked out, but like, was it
Yeah.
worth putting our lives
one
on the
thing
line
is,
for?
I think the person, you really just got. You just really got to talk to SK.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to hear everyone's perspective
Yeah,
on
yeah.
it too, but like, yeah. And for the Hydra boys, you know, like I do appreciate your guys' opinion. Don't take this as if like I'm overstepping for like Flippy or anything. I just, you know, you guys were in the car island with us.
Yeah, I'm
think
probably just
it's
with the flipping
also-
myself, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's nice to hear an opinion that is outside of my group too. You know. But anyone else got anything?
Jay, Matt, you guys been quiet.
No, I'm just happy that Denzel got his lab back. I mean, he was the only one that really gave a shit. I'm a bit disappointed because I kind of said I told you so, because we had a conversation prior to it all, and I did say that. I mean, I got all my hands up and apologized at the same time that we would get snaked by you guys if we did what we did. So, I was feeling proud walking around. I told you so for a week, and then I felt a bit dumb at the meeting when the truth came out. But
So at that point, like when we actually when it had been stolen, I had literally gone to the Mandem and said, I trust Hydra 100%. I've worked with them before. There is no way they would snake us, and I think this will help us build a better relationship. And then I come around 2 days later, and you've stolen the lab. So I look like the biggest twat ever.
To be fair, you still do. It's...
Well, yeah. I mean, it's it was there was a reason for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, would I have made the same decision twice? Probably not. After seeing it blatantly, but I can't lie. Rest, they deserve what they got, especially after what they've done to us. I don't know what your relationship with them is.
Fuck Rust.
But
I don't fuck with them. I don't fuck with them.
I
I
don't
think
like
when we
him.
went to it, that was the mindset is, as long as we shit on Rest, we're happy with it,
Question, Patar.
yeah.
When you had the conversation with Flippy, was it intended to go to war, or was it like, if it happens, it happens?
If it happened, it happened. It was more of
See how the boys react.
how the boys
And
react.
they're
and
authentic,
Sparky
yeah.
was pushing. We need to show that, people can't just bend us over and shit on
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
not for
I
free.
get that. I get that.
it was and it wasn't like our intention probably wasn't to make it this big blown up war, but
I think it escalated.
It escalated quickly. Sparky wanted to make sure we don't. And the thing is, especially being in the blind, it does make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can also
You wanna
understand.
make sure we're not like a walkover gang. So it's like okay, and then boom bang bang.
White X6 Panda just
So it also
resubscribed
comes
for
down
12
to
months.
at like what
Just
point.
sworn in.
At what point do you cut your losses? Like
Yeah. And the thing is,
When it's too much.
yeah. When
thing
is too much?
When it's, remember that one.
Why
day
Panda
when I
think
took
for the
you guys
12 months
from
species,
Grandma's
bro?
and
Just
I'm
spawn
like,
in.
"Nah, we're gonna sit
Yeah,
down and
honestly, I couldn't agree
make sure
more.
we
Yeah.
rest up,"
Thank you for the year, bro.
is because I knew it was getting to that too much point. But like the length of the war was pretty much reliant on the other moving parts. It was reliant on how quickly we could, I guess Flippy and the boys could talk to Rest, get everything
Yeah.
moving, and then boom,
Yeah. Like after we'd warred for a couple of days, it's like, do you call it off now, or do you commit to waiting for Rust?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be real. Ross would have been like another 2 days. Because they were still waiting. They were still waiting to do their bail shit. No, Kyo? Am I wrong or what?
Yeah. I mean, they got pressed into taking a decision quickly.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Flippy did kind of force him. I was there for a few meetings, but
Yeah.
they were
I mean,
also still trying to delay at the same
I
time.
mean, it
so-
also didn't help that one of them was trying to still snoop around the lab, anyways.
Yeah, no, I was
Oh,
told
sure.
that they had
Ken,
he had sensors and everything, right?
Yeah, Kem
Yeah.
put sensors down. They caught him lacking.
Yeah. So I mean that's why we had the ceasefire before what's it called? Because it was getting too much. We had that one fight. I kinda talked to Flippy on the phone, was like, it's getting too much. We had that ceasefire.
The plan was that before it was
you
even
guys did
taken.
your thing, and then boom, So I mean, going into it, I don't think it was ever intended to be like a.
No, it
full
was
blown-up
before.
war.
There was
It's just
there was
it
offline
to
RP,
make it
mate.
realistic, it kind of led. To
There was
that point,
offline meetings.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
I
I
just-
thought I'd lost my job. Like
Mhm.
genuinely. So
Yeah,
I was always gonna fight for that regardless.
but yeah,
And,
at least from my side, when I saw the boys, it was
Mm.
kind of getting too much, and everyone was kind of getting heated.
Mhm.
That's when I kind of reached out.
That
to
got
Flippy
RP
and
is
like,
sometimes sick. Yeah,
maybe
no, agreed.
ceasefire, this,
Bro.
that, etc.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like,
I don't know. Like, I get why you did it.
I hate
it's just
I hate the word
syndrome that
meta-guarded, but like
happened.
No,
it's
I don't
like
think it's
That's the
something
thing,
that
though,
I'll
yeah.
learn from.
it makes RP so
like,
much
you
more
know, I don't wanna
exciting
speak
for
on
when
behalf
people
of
find
Flippy,
out.
but I think,
And you gotta understand, like,
you know,
meta guarding
you
most
know,
of the time
we aren't
is
perfect.
genuinely
I'm
because
not
of clip
perfect,
channels
he's
and
not perfect,
chatters.
and
Like that is
across
like,
the
bro,
line, we will make
what
mistakes,
stops
so whatever you
like
guys do,
someone
go
that
and
sees something
challenge
on a
Flippy.
Mandem stream going in
I
and
just say keep an
anyone's
open
chat being
mind, 'cause
like,
I don't think
this is what's
something
happening,
we'll do
and
again.
it just
wasn't
ruins it, bro.
our
Like
intention
even if
to
you don't want to
make it a
meta,
full-out blown-out
even
war.
saying it and having
It's
it in the
just-
back of your mind,
it
it
kinda
just
just
ruins a
blew up
lot,
to
you
that,
know.
especially with like how
Meta guarding from
how we've,
viewers
like,
mainly, yeah,
as a
yeah,
gang been shit on. I mean, we kind of let it, you know, we
yeah,
kind
no,
of wipe it
100%.
off, and we were like, no, we're gonna stand up for ourselves, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's probably the main point though. Like, it happened once, and I
Mhm.
doubt it will ever happen again. You know.
Yeah, and it's something new to me and Flippy. It's something we'll learn from and we'll move on from, and hopefully, you know, like you said, it won't happen again, you know.
And now the bond is stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On God.
And, yeah. And the thing is, the biggest thing I like between it is a lot of my boys know a lot of you guys, and a lot of you guys know a lot of my boys, which you guys probably wouldn't even like, you know, like see on the streets or even know each other's names, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
like
it's
you
true.
said, the
It's
bond
true.
is stronger. And this being said, anytime you guys need help with anything, anything you guys need, if you guys need people to come to the spot with you guys, you know, we're
Yeah, yeah.
about in the mornings. I'm down. We'll go there as a 6. We'll go crazy, boom, bang, bing. You know.
Yeah, I mean it's probably I mean it's the same for you guys. If you need like 1 or 2 person to come and like, you know, come with you whenever, I mean, you guys have our phone numbers, or most of you do have some of our phone numbers. You know, we're always a call away.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think from my POV anyway, I think we'll probably always, I suppose, try and make sure you guys are involved in if we're going as well. You know, just to so there's then the double involvement in case something goes south. You know.
Yeah.
I mean the same as
especially
Flippy said last time. Everyone was here, right? When it says like when we do it,
Mm-hmm.
make sure that one person gets away to tell the story.
yeah.
Always. Like even if everyone goes down, we lose the key, whatever. At least if one person can get away and tell the story, then we know who did it and we know what to do. You know.
Yeah. Denzel, I know you like being in the lab, but you also like your bushes. So I think
Denzel likes the bush. Each to their own.
I think you'd be good for both cooking and telling the story. You know.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah,
if you
but no,
deep it, bro,
100%.
when we got the lab, that's literally what happened. If yeah.
Yep. So when we, I don't know whether you guys know, but when we actually won that lab, so the reason the bad blood started between us and Rust is because we won that lab in a competition where we outsmarted Rust and Seaside and got them knocked out of the competition. So because they got mad in the middle of the competition, they shot us all down and ocean dumped us, but Matt got away and won the competition on his own.
Yeah.
What a beast.
I defused the bomb, bro.
That's why he's Hydra.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in fairness, he doesn't give me any credit, but you know, it's one of the.
Denzel may have realized the car was yellow.
So the objective was, boss said, be there or there won't.
My
be.
number one
He said
avoiding
something
ocean dumps. Yeah,
along the
honestly,
line
that would
like,
ocean dump
"Hit
me.
it quick because there might not be enough left for you." There were 5 teams alive, and there were 5 crates. So we and the ballers got there. Ballers took 2 of them. We took 3 of them, and we chose to keep the hidden in. Right? Was it the hidden?
We gave some of what was there to the hidden, and then obviously Rust and C said when they got there was nothing there, and they came back to the boss with nothing, and he kicked them out of the competition.
Yeah, and this context to Rust and Seaside is they chose to be like a group together.
Yeah,
so they were aligned. So we're like, we'll get the biggest alliance out, and once they were kicked out of the competition, the second we walked away, they shot us, and then ocean dumped me, Denzel, and Vet. Matt got away. Ballers was ocean dumped too, and that's how it all started. You know.
The ocean dump like 10 people.
Yeah.
I was so lucky to get away as well, bro.
After it, we had a war over it, and then you know, the war was what it was. It was I think we did come out on top, but we ended up paying anyway because we just couldn't be bothered. You know what I mean? Like, it was just going on for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they started just camping the lab. So it was, yeah,
That was also the reason Mandem was
Yeah.
team of ballers. Yeah, true.
unfortunate, but it is what it is.
True, true, true.
Yeah, it is what it is. But no, I think this is something I'll for sure learn from and something I'll keep in the back of my mind. But you know, I'm glad the bond between us is closer, and I'm looking towards the future. You know.
Yeah.
Anyone else got anything before we dip?
Yeah, I got this for you.
Appreciate ya.
Oh, that shit's gone.
Yeah, well, he
Is
did
it?
have that shit for you.
Did it have any gems or no?
I don't think so. It was.
It's
never...
okay. I have another one in my apartment.
Oh,
You're
that's
Yo,
the clown down for
bro, I
Moses.
didn't-
Nice, nice, nice.
good. Nah, you're good.
Bro, I deadass thought it was fine. I should have.
No, it looked fine. Is what it is.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. It's all good. I have another one in my apartment. I can give to one of the boys.
My fault, OG.
This guy's gonna